Okay. Um, Man, today was a rough day. A very rough day. But that's expected. Every time I go to the office, and work from there, I expect to have minimal work because it's gonna be tough. That's where I deal with the most entitled, delusional opportunist. That's where I see people who I have no, like, like, not even shame. That's not even the word, because in their mind they think if they're thinking that way, that means it is that way. I'll never allow people like them to escape from this. I know what this is about. I know that my body and my mind is being attacked in degrading ways. My body's being degraded, my brain is being degraded, and my mind's being degraded. And this trash are just gaslighting me into try to make me identify. But when I'm at the office, it's just this entitlement that makes me even more disturbing. Like, I just can't believe that people would think that, oh, yeah, just believe me because I'm like this. I'm like, fuck you. I'm sorry to use that. I'm keep cursing. I don't even want to curse in my videos because I don't want to be that, like, insultive in that sense. But F them. You presenting yourself and however you present yourself doesn't change reality. And I'm so thankful I'm not weak in that sense of like, oh, you look this decent of a person. No, you just look like somebody who have no shame in regard of like thinking that life is based on what you create as reality. No, reality is reality. You're choosing to negate reality, but you can't negate reality. And I'm not going to allow you to negate reality. I know who I am. You think I'm some random person that I don't know, I've seen twice in my life, you're going to make me subscribe to this. A compromised individual in so many ways. That's not going to happen. It's never. I know who destroyed my life. It's as clear as ever. Oh my gosh. It takes a lot of me. I hate these people, really. It's funny how they tell me they hate me. I'm like, you hate me for negating. No, sorry. You hate me for putting the reality of what you're part of in your face. You hate that. You hate that I'm right. You hate that you can't play that fantasized reality. You hate that. That's what you hate. You hate that what you're trying to project onto me is really what you're involved in. You hate that I'm not identifying with this. That's what you hate. You hate that it's clear that what you're part of is so disgusting. You hate that I don't see you for what you want to present yourself as, but what you actually is. That's what you hate, you fucking real life. You hate that you didn't enjoy this thing. You enjoyed it, but you didn't enjoy it in the way you wanted to paint this thing. You made me look like a hero instead of you. You made yourself look like the trash that you're just a battle theater. There's no coming back from what you're involved in. You're not what you're presenting yourself as in regard of this program. It shows a side of things that are so degrading. You don't even want to be accountable for what you chose to be part of, because you know what it comes with and what it makes you. So I see these perps who participate in this program that wanted me to let them live the fantasy, and they get humbled by just the most basic thing. Not because they're scared of me. They're not scared of me at all. I was in the office. I went through all the office. There's a guy who he liked to look at me and just like make me think. I was like, what? Look at these people. These people are people that's way above you. You see how behave they are because they know who destroyed me. I swear, he passed by me. I was like, let me find this clown. He's staring at me. I was like, you see that? He wasn't scared of me because I was going to attack him. No. I have such a compromising video of how they behave when I say the name of a certain person. I'm so thankful that I have such a validation of how nothing they are in this whole thing. What makes them behave is not me being aggressive. It's not. They have no fear of me. I mean, the fear is not that real for them. They may have fear, but it's not real. It's not real. It's not like a big fear. They know that I don't want to go that route. I'd prefer not to, but what they're fearful It's just 2 words. And I love to use those 2 words in their faces and see how they react. And it's so sad to see that. And then see when they say it in their fashion or the way they're able to say it. And every time they try to say it in a sneaky way, and today now I'm like, oh, wait. I can go back to you and see what you can say. I will go to this fucker and be like, hey, read this name. He'll be scared. I don't care if I look crazy. We think I'm going to let you live your little fantasy? Why am I going to lose? I will not allow these fuckers live this fantasy. It was bad. Right now they just did some disgusting things. And you'll see a video of like, listen, I'm not racist. I've dated a lot of people from outside my race. I've interacted with anybody. I don't see anybody better or lower than me. I don't like, I can mingle with anybody. I like to mingle with a lot of people. I don't like to stick in one part. Like I'm open in that sense. But there is a group of individuals, when they participate in that, it's not that just like they try to make me subscribe to it. It's the perps that are here, look at them as such a validation for them, because they have no self-esteem. I will never, what does it hurt? What's the difference between you and her? Because this trash is involved in that? Never. Respect yourself first of all, but I don't respect this shit. Like, just like I don't respect you. Don't worry. I see you for the shit that you are, and I see her for the shit that she is. But with her, I see how she affects you. Not me. And I hate when they try to use that as like, yeah, no, but look at, listen, I was in the office. There's people like that. I'm not gonna, it's blurred, right? There's people like that, right? And they try to, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of blurredness. She looked like just a typical, okay? And she just kind of like tried to be like, oh my gosh. And she's supposed to be like the validation that this is a different channel. It's a portal that's different from the portal that other target individuals are in, where they manipulate and rewire the brain. But in this portal here, they are mapping the brain. Because people like that would not manipulate the brain in these degrading ways. What the fuck is that? Who the fuck do you think you... I'm sorry, I get mad. This is just what gets me. Like, what? So you think because you look like this, what this is different from what this other target individual say? Do I look like I'm that kind of person? No. This fucking shit involving a program that does what this program does. And just because you present yourself, you are like that, it doesn't change what this program is. Now, does people like her empowers other people around me because she looks like that? Let them be the low self-esteem individuals that they are. Not me. I know who I am. This person could never tell me who I am. Matter of fact, not that I'm racist or anything, but I think out of everybody, that kind of person probably don't know me. Well, they know me because they're in this program, but they try to change me, and they try to make me acceptive of how they're changing me. But that's not somebody for me. If I had to look at what kind of person here would know what kind of person I am, this is not it. So for me, I'm not influenced by this trash try to present themselves in this way. You'll see a video of how they were trying to negate things. But not too long ago, I was manipulated to get this adorable child I just saw. A beautiful little girl, a little black girl, by the way. Look at this baby. Oh my goodness. Just adorable. And they try to manipulate my brain in these ways. I don't know why they're not cranking up as much as like a low medium level of manipulation, meaning it's not that intense. And then my brain's like, no, because she looks a little bit too young. She's not like too young, like she's under, like she's not a toddler yet. She's like maybe a 1-year-old or 2. If she was like, so nasty. But this is adorable child. I'm like, you think man, this is kind of kid out. Like I would love to be a father to, like I would love to have a child like that. But today they just rewire me in this disgusting way. It's like now we're mapping your brain to you as a child. Like never, never. I'm never gonna allow you to live this fantasy. I wanted to show like while a child. To me, they're like, no, we're making your brain. Listen. When I hear this purpose, like there's something there. It's like I know what there is. There's you there. Who's gonna make it something there? And they try to make me think that you feel like that when you're like a kid. Can you imagine being told by trash that are known to be doing these harmful things to men, women, and children, and have known to be rewiring people in brain to make you acceptive that you should be subscribed to this manipulation because it's like what you experience when you're a child. Like I'm not a child. I'm not going to be subscribing to being manipulated to become retarded. I'm not. I don't care who fucking is out here trying to make me subscribe to that. I don't care if, matter of fact, this baby's too. That was this yesterday. But this is not gonna make me subscribe to that. I've been me long enough to know who I am. Just because now I'm mapped, which is what they call it. It doesn't mean I want to identify that. That's what you can make me experience because you manipulate my brain. You're changing my brain to make me experience that. That's changing somebody's brain. You think I ever identify? And they're like, no, there's something there. Yes. What is something there that wasn't there before? Trash like you, and that's what you are. You're attacking my mind in these ways. And wanting me to identify by having a logicalness of a fucking mentally challenged person. And then you realize people like that are so sensible, apparently. That will make me think that just analyzing. You're analyzing how to manipulate me. I understand. You're analyzing how to change my brain. And to make me identify with this. There's nothing to talk about it. I'll get it. I'm just saying that out loud so I reinforce the reality so I don't fucking don't be subscriptive of this trash. No matter how they come in. Whatever, what race, age, gender, professionalism, I don't care. I'm a grown adult man and I will never subscribe to somebody's telling me that we're making your brain like a child. Do you know the stupidity that means? Do you understand how stupid that sounds like? And just because you present yourself in this way, this fucking retardation is something that should be logical. Now you're changing clearly my brain in a way to make me experience that. And you're doing that because you want to do something that's going to be degrading to me. And then present yourself as the protectors of children. I know who the F I am. This kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, this is the kind of wholesome stuff I would love to watch. I can't because I get these mapped experiences. And as I say mapped, they say that's the experience you experience when you're a child. Now you manipulate my brain in ways that's degrading. You're going to make me have the sexual stimulation. And I got here this, but even at the office, there was stimulation. It was so intense. Usually black little girls like, yeah, we mapped it there. This is, no, you're making me have this experience. And you do that. Why? Because that's how you attack the mind. Then before that, it was like a mental like torture with like older. Like I used to go to this place. I don't want to. This is the place I used to go when I was a teenager, late teen, early adult. So these people are like late teen, early adults. And they stimulate me just by looking at it. I was like, okay. You're doing that to babies like this. Okay? What do you think you're going to do this? They do this stimulation for babies, like actually even infants. To the older teen, young adult, these people like, they, because I used to go there at their age. They were messing with me. Because like, yeah, I used to go to Mission. The name of the place is Mission. It's on Mission. And there's like a message. I was talking to somebody. And we met there. in 2008. We're in 2025 if you don't know. I started going there, I think the first time I went there was 2006. 19 years ago. So imagine like what we're talking about here. These people think I was born 30 years old. What do you think? How old I was when 19 years ago? I was these people's age. That's where I was. Today I look at them like they're all like super young. Like some of them, I mean, I'm sure most of them are probably like 18ish or around that age. 18, maybe 19. To get into that nightclub, you have to be 17. To drink, you have to be 21. So the age, the majority of people there were like between 18 and like under 21. Most of us. And they try to play with that in my brain. That was like the majority. Slightly, barely young adults. And people under 21 couldn't go out anywhere else. That's where we go. People from community college, people from like, that's where we all go. And today they're just messing with me. Now, no only community college, but the other college around there. There's other colleges. One of my best friends used to go. Love to go there. That was his like favorite place to go. That was his place where he used to get like a lot of attention. So he loved it. But either way, I used to go there around that age. So they stimulated me toward. I was like, yeah, that's the people that, you know. At that age I was going there. They stimulate me to there like that because they're just young, even if they adults. Even if they're most likely just young adults. But these babies, this is what disturbed me the most. This adorable child, oh my God, it's so sad. This, but you know, today was not. Today this was not as intensive as they want to. You know, I'm so aware that they manipulate me that I know like, oh, this is not even the highest level of whatever manipulation they make me have. This is a medium low intensity. I know I'm so controlled. I've accepted. You know, when I was in the office, somebody was talking about cheese, and you know, I know they control my hunger, right? But at the same time, I'm not eating much, so my hunger is gonna be. I'm gonna be hungry. But they control the hunger I have. And then when I'm hungry, they can make me be influenced to buy food that's for groceries or like restaurants. I know I'm controlled. I have accepted that. I understand, like I said, I understand that this trash love the fact that they puppeteer. Or even now, even if they're not puppeteer, participating in my puppeteering. I get it. That's what this thing is really about. But they want to act like they're not being puppeteer in the sense they manipulate my brain. You're controlling my brain that way just like you control me to wanting to buy food from a restaurant. As a matter of fact, the buying from a restaurant probably less of a puppeteer than the stimulation. That is so intense. It's just that boom. It's like somebody there you feel like you just literally get like somebody is just like, okay, crank it up. Or it feels like a button is being pressed. And some of the things they say is like, we're controlling your brain. Yes, you're controlling that way. Who else's brain you controlling then? It's my brain that you're changing. It's my brain that you're controlling. And when you mean controlling, it means that changing. It means that if I was not being manipulated or controlled to have this experience, this will not happen. That means that you're changing me. And they try to find ways to be logical about this, about how to determine control, meaning manipulation. You're controlling me to have this experience because you want me to have this experience. If you aren't controlling me to have that, none of that will happen. And I don't care if this trash present herself in this fashion, I will never identify with this. Matter of fact, as I say that, it's funny because talk about control. This just happened as a control, but this person, no matter how she presents herself, I know I'm being controlled. And I just afford and everything, and that's part of the control here. And they're like, no, that's mapping to you when you were a kid, because remember what you did. I was like, you know, the most disgusting part is when you hear this perps like, that's abuse. Talk about what I did as a child, as if I don't know what they do to children. No, that's a child acting inappropriately. But I'm not a child. That's what children can do because of their brain being children's brain, you know? You see the genius? You see what I know? And matter of fact, to see that this stupidity, like I'm tired of like sounding like I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. You just try to gaslight me into insanity and me into retardation. And when I'm not becoming a retardation individual, it's genius to you guys. It's crazy. Till the end, I will never let them live the fantasy. They are manipulating my brain to experience that and then be like, nah, there's something there. Yeah, that something is you, fuckers. You are not assessing something that you're not manipulating. You're assessing how to manipulate my brain. This doesn't make you an assessor who's not manipulating me. You're assessing manipulations. And I'm not the type of person who is influenced by somebody who looks a certain way. Tagging video, stay strong. They use perceptions to try to convince you of manipulations. For me, I think for that target video, they try to figure out what somebody could. For me, it's so long over. As soon as the strength. I'm not saying I'm not an influenceable person. Somebody who can influence me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know myself too well to be influenced like that. Too well. It's like I know really me. The real me. And I'm not perfect. That's what you try to do, changing that way. That's the real me. They try to change it. That's the me that would be, the real me would be looking at that in this wholesome way. This is what takes me away from the negative me. I would see this baby and be like, oh, innocent. Like, it will bring me feel innocent. No, it will make me have this experience that's innocent. That's why you want me. These perps, right now, they tell me about this horrible. There's this person speaking different language, try to tell me how I'm going to be, like, cut down and everything else. Like, how can you be cut in pieces? I'm being cut in pieces by people who want me to identify with this. You know, they're so frustrated for me not accepting of the manipulation, that they want the most horrible torture to be like, oh, you see, you're torturing me like that because I know you're manipulating my brain. And I've proven, and I've been validated that they do that to others. And they're known to be doing this pedophilia type of torture. And you have clowns that come in all shape or form that happen to work for governmental entities where there's a lot of pedophilia type of issues. And I'm supposed to be subscriptive of this nasty manipulation. You should see the perps here. At least I respect. Every time I see it, I was like, actually, you guys are clowns, but this is worse. Actually, I think these clowns are inspired by this. Like I said, they don't respect themselves like that. I'm sorry. For me, people like that, oh, that's perfect. Stay strong. And every time they make me subscribe, especially black little girls, like, oh, that's abuse. It's like, no. That's you manipulating my brain to have this experience. Everyone knows I'm abusing children, black, white, whatever race. And torturing them. That's manipulating the brain to have these experiences and then tell me it's me when I was a child. You know how retarded that shit is? Some church like, you were. I was like, shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. Can you just stay strong?